Were you also present in 1989 at Kalamazoo when Erik was playing?
Yes. Erik was playing, and Jose was giving him commands of what he should do. For some unknown reason, Erik started losing, and Jose got very, very upset, and he was moving closer to the fencing, and with that, he was getting louder by giving his commands to Erik, and the officials were called. The officials came over and told Jose that he should sit down, that he was not to be near the courts, that it was not permitted, and that he was not to give any kind of directions, that he was not the coach, and that he was the father, and the father knew what the rules were. The rules were to sit down and be very quiet. The official left, and Jose sat down for a minute, got up and laughed, and did not listen to what he said, and proceeded to go back to the court area. Jose was then giving more directions. Erik was in such an emotional state that he turned around and told his father to shut up. And he said it very loudly, and it stopped everybody around the whole areas. There were games going on, 15, 20 games going on. It was so loud that it shocked everybody. Jose with that then threw up his hands and just said, I'm washing my hands out of everything. I just don't want any more thing to do with him. I can't stand this. He doesn't listen to me. That's just it. Kitty, in the meantime, sitting next to me was just a nervous wreck. I mean, she had a tendency of gripping her hands and gripping her teeth to the point that she was actually white. She was also very, very, very white because by that time she had been holding her breath and everything Erik had then lost. In the meantime, Jose had just left for just a few moments and came right back, only to discover that, of course, Erik was losing. He was then very, very upset. We went into the court, and he actually was pulling Erik out of the court and just even left his bag and everything on the court. He was so upset with him. I was going to go up to Erik and say that, everything was fine. He tried his best. He really did try his best. Kitty pulled me back that I was not to go up and talk to Erik at all because his father was there.
Did you feel sorry for Erik?
Yes, I did, extremely. He was like a little bird that lost his wings. He was very upset, and he was scared. And the fright in his face was just, you just didn't miss it. It was there. Jose pulled him off the court and pulled him right across all the other courts and took him up the stairs. Kitty went out to collect everything off of the tennis court. We then went back to the hotel. This was late afternoon, and we were then going to get ready for dinner. I had to go to Kitty and Jose's room because it then got to be very late. Kitty was in the room, but there was no Jose, and she said that he was down in Erik's room. She then said that we had to wait until Jose came out of Erik's room. We then were walking down the hallway, Kitty, myself, Brian, and Jose. We said we would like to go in and see Erik. Jose made fun of that, but as we were there in front of the room, he said, well, okay, Erik is in his room, and he will not be coming to dinner with us. So he opened the room.
Who opened the room?
Jose did.
Did he have a key?
Yes. And Erik was in bed. He looked very sad. You could tell something was wrong with him. He didn't want to speak to us. I was going to go over and give him a hug, and I was told that I shouldn't do that Erik just didn't want people to hug him. A few moments later, Uncle Brian wanted to go over and talk to Erik and give him, the positive. He went over there and he did talk to him.